But I'd say the nice thing about 12 bullet points on a website is it captures the sort of the freshness and continuing testimony of the church today. And like snowflakes, they're beautiful. No two are alike. But the nice thing about a classic confession is that it, first of all, it tends to cover a lot more topics. Topics which are important, and just the fact that people thought these 33 topics were so important should be a reminder to us that maybe our center is a little bit too small. I think it's also useful in uniting us to Christians who have gone before us in a way that a modern statement doesn't always do.
Is that because there's multiple people throughout history?
Because there's generations of people who have used this text. So I think a creed or a confession doesn't just have a systematic purpose. It also has a kind of creedal or ecumenical purpose. And this can capture something of the breadth of the church, because so many denominations use it, and it can capture something of the depth of our communion with saints gone past too. So that's a start.
Wonderful. Do you want? What are your thoughts?
Oh, maybe this is perhaps similar to what Chad was just saying, but you know the old saying about we see further because we stand on the shoulder of giants. That God's church has a history, and certainly wisdom develops through history. There's false trails that happen as well, but there's a heritage in which we understand issues better because of those who've come before us and have thought it through, and the sort of amnesia, the historical amnesia of thinking everything's got to be done again from scratch now, is just to commit yourself to trying to reinvent the wheel, and almost always you do a worse job. Then with the confession particularly, and the assembly particularly, it does providentially come at a moment when sort of Reformed theology has matured. It's 120 years after the Reformation, so there's been several generations of thinking through the implications of the Reformation. And I think that's one of the reasons why the assembly documents have had such long-lasting acceptance, because they sort of represent a maturity of post-Reformation theology.
Yeah, they've had a remarkable sticking power.
Yeah.
People at the assembly, some of them just thought their work would last for a little while, and they found it funny that other people thought that people would be talking about them, well into the future.
Imagine what they think now.
Imagine what they think now. Yeah.
People writing books today.
That's right.
Yeah.